Welcome back, everyone, to Grow Leafy. It is the winter time and it is cold, but the growing does not stop because we grow indoors at Grow Leafy. And I've got these beautiful microgreen trays. Just look at them. Isn't that picture absolutely gorgeous? And the color. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be tasting it because some of these are my first time that I've actually grown them. So I'm going to taste them and I'm going to tell you what they taste like. So you're going to get my first initial reaction. So if you have not grown microgreens, I remember I've told you that over and over again, just give it a try. Make sure you try it this season or this year in 2023. Try growing some microgreens, but let's go ahead and taste these today. Just look at the defined colors of purple and green and browns. It's in a lighter green. It's just gorgeous. I don't know about you, but I am just fascinated with the colors that can come through on these microgreens. So that's the Kohlrabi. And then we've got the Borage. My goodness, it feels like I'm in the tropics, you know, because just look at that. You can see like these little hairs. It almost looks a little fuzzy on it, but it's just so lush, thick and full. And then we've got little baby oreganos. Look at that. I can't wait to taste that. And then also the Green Shiso Perilla as well. Very colorful. And I still got a bunch of seed holes on there, but we're going to get that all off because they will just pop right off. Now, just want to show you what it's like when I'm growing microgreens. I have a green tray on the bottom, which catches the water, and that's where I pour the water in. But I want to check out the roots. Roots are very healthy. So it's very low with water anyways, but I knew that I was going to be harvesting them, but that looks fantastic. Okay. So the roots look good on that one. Let's look at the roots for the Borage. Some of them look very strong and some don't look so great. Maybe the ones on the edges, I'm thinking, did not get as much water. Maybe the roots did not grow long enough to touch the water, but let's just see what it tastes like. So as always, when you cut microgreens, you want to make sure you either have a very sharp knife or a very sharp pair of scissors. So I'm going to go ahead and cut some of this and then show you what it looks like once I've completely cut through. So I'll just show you if I decide to cut with the knife, sorry. You would just carefully just hold it back like that. And it just cuts through these. This knife is very sharp. That's it. See, just like that. But I actually prefer cutting with scissors. For some reason, I don't know. It's just, for me, it's just easier just to hold the microgreens in place and grab it. But I really could just take this knife and just cut across the tray with no problem, but I just enjoy sometimes just cutting it in just small sections and in pieces as I'm cutting with the scissors, okay? So it's very simple with scissors. Like I was saying, I would just cut sections, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but I don't mind enjoying it. It makes it more precise for me anyways, because I can just hold the section that I want to cut and then just clip it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of this tray and then show you what the harvest actually looks like. So you're seeing a little bit of debris from the coconut coir, and I'm just dusting it off. And that is because when I sowed this, the seeds were actually fairly large. And so I just want to make sure that the seed shells would pop off. And so I put an extra layer of coconut coir on top of the seeds. So what I'm doing is actually dusting them off. And you can actually see some of the shells from the seeds still on it, but they're just falling off as I dust it. So this is my first time cutting the Borage, and this is a little bit different just because I don't know if it's because the soil was starting to dry out because I knew that I was going to harvest it today, but they're really short and it's my first time growing it. Maybe they're supposed to be longer, but I grew it for 2 weeks and they're just coming right out of the tray. So because of just the shape of the borage, I'm not actually just going to slice it across the top. They're coming out of the medium so easily. I think I might just pull them and then just cut the bottom off of that. Yep, they're just popping right out. And then I'll just cut the root off. See, the more that you try and you learn things, the more you'll just learn. And you learn from your mistakes and you learn as you're growing, you learn what works and what doesn't and what you want to change. And then, you know, another thing could be maybe that the borage could have been grown longer so that the leaves would be much fuller so that it would be easier to harvest. So I think the next time that I grow this, I'm actually going to push it a little bit longer just to see if maybe it needs more length. Or maybe grow it in a tray where all I have to do is pull it out of the tray, out of a little container like this, and pull it out and then just cut it across the top. But this tray is a little bit different. So there's holes in it. So the roots are going right through it. It's a little bit different, but it's okay. We learn as we grow. Let's see how that works. I'm going to try it with a knife. That was okay. But they're so delicate and I just really want to be careful and I don't want to lose a lot of the product due to the way that it's being harvested. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to harvest this. Wait a second. Let's see if you can see. See what I mean? Let me come closer. You see what I'm saying? Can you see that? Uh-huh. They're little short, little stubby things. And so I'm trying to figure out a way to just harvest it without damaging the leaves, but keeping as much as possible. All right. I'm going to have to rinse off because there's so much coca coir getting onto the leaves. They smell so good. This has such a fresh scent to it. It smells phenomenal. I mean, I'm in an indoor garden, but I feel like I'm outdoors. But it just has such a natural, fresh scent to it, almost like a melon. That's probably why it's been noted that they taste like cucumbers, which is a part of the melon family, but it smells like a melon. And that surprised me. Hey, look, that cutting it like that worked. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and clip it all and then show you what the results look like. Here's the Green Shiso Perilla. And because it's in a tray like this, all I have to do is just pull it right out of the tray. Okay, so because there wasn't a bottom that it sits in, there we go. Pulled it right out. Look at that. Just look at that. Isn't that really cool? The roots look fantastic. It's all in one package. Ah, that's what I love about putting it in a single tray just like that. I think that's really cool. I'm just going to dust off these shells off of the Green Shiso Perilla. And they should just see, they just come right off. So I'm going to go ahead and dust them off so I can harvest them without them all over the microgreens. With this Green Shiso, all I have to do is just, it's so easy, it's just going to be slice it across very easily. And I am going to use my knife for this one. It's just slicing right off. This is the benefit of having a very sharp knife. Smells really good. Wow, it has a great, like almost like a very herb scent to it. What an interesting scent. All right, now I'm just going to drop it in this tray. Ooh, that smells so good. Smells so good. I'm going to make myself a nice little salad for lunch tomorrow. A microgreen salad with kale, maybe some fruits added to it. It's going to taste so good. I love eating kale with fruits on top of it. I love eating that almost every day. And it just gives me energy and it just fills me up. It's good and it's so nutritious and it's filled with a lot of vitamins and nutrition, especially because I'm eating it with all of that fruit. Now, the tricky thing about this oregano is that it is so tiny. So I'm not actually sure how I'm going to be able to cut this because it is so close to the grow medium. So I'm going to do a little bit more research next time on growing this. It's so soft. It's a delicate. I'm afraid that I'm going to hurt it. And I just want to carefully pop it out without causing any kind of harm to it. It is so delicate. I just want to make sure, like even the way I grab it to take it out, that's why I'm using this spatula. I just want to carefully, let's see if I can scoop that out. Okay. Ah, see, it's falling apart. Oh no. See, learning about this one. This one was particularly difficult. Yeah, this one's falling apart. Oh no. You're watching it fall apart right before your eyes and before my eyes. We learn. Okay. Pieces of it. There we go. It smells great, but it just fell apart. Okay. The soil just kind of all fell apart. So there it is. This is going to be really quite interesting. So I'm looking to find the balance of making this. This was my first time making it, and it feels moist, which is a good thing. I'm feeling moisture, but the grow medium just fell apart in that. And these are so short anyways. Can you see how short that is? So here's my thumb. That's how short the microgreen is. So I'm going to have to definitely use a knife to trim this up. But if I'm making this and it takes 2 weeks, I really want to get a lot more of it. So I'm going to have to figure out a way how to grow this, maybe so I can get fuller leaves, or maybe this is how this variety is supposed to be. So tiny, but look how small that is. Let me just do the best that I can do, and then the next time I'll just learn maybe a better way of growing it. And if you have any pointers, and if you've actually grown oregano like a microgreen, let me know any tips that you may have. Tiny, I don't know if I'm going to get anything from this. Oh my goodness, that's it. Look at this. That's it. Oh no, that's like nothing. Not that much of anything there. So this is this one did not, I'm not too satisfied with this one. This was my first time growing this oregano microgreen, or maybe I need to let it grow much longer, okay? Because this is very, very short, but it's lessons that we learn. There's always going to be lessons in gardening, and that's how you just grow to become a stronger gardener, increase in knowledge and your understanding of the processes and how things work. You just learn from it. Oh, it smells so good. And you know how much money you spend just for oregano or an herb like this in the store? You'd pay so much for it. So we're going to leave it there at that. All right, now it's time to taste the kohlrabi. Look how beautiful it is. It looks like radish in the color. And you know, this is my first time trying these microgreens. So, it's a little bit of sweetness in it. Oh, nice. Very subtle. Broccoli. I taste slight radish, but not the spice, but just that flavor of a radish. Microgreen, but subtle. This is very nice. This would be great as a base for a salad, like if you have some greens or spinach, and then add this at that second base. Very nice flavor. I'm definitely gonna make a salad out of that. Let us try the borage. So this is my first time trying this. I've never even heard of the borage. Oh, wow, it tastes like a melon. It does taste like a melon, cucumber, a lot of water in it, and a bitter flavor as well. Has an interesting texture. The Green Shiso Perilla. All right. So let's try that. Wow. Whoa, a spicy flavor in it. Oh, this is definitely an herb. I've never had this herb before. Tingly on my tongue. Very flavorful, pungent flavor, a very good pungent flavor of an herb, a very strong herb, like in the family of like oregano, thyme, just one of those herbs. It tastes really good. I really enjoy that. I can't wait to maybe add that on pizza, something like that, like pizza or on pasta, or just, I love adding just even herbs to my salads because it adds a different type of flavor to it. And then the oregano. This poor oregano, there's like nothing. So, but I'm still going to taste it because I want to do this taste test because we need to and see what it tastes like. Maybe it might taste better than the way it looks. Oh, that is so good. There is nothing like fresh, fresh vegetables, fresh herbs. The oregano tastes great. So if I were to give my vote, I would say that because this was so interesting and it was new, this would be number one, the Green Shiso Perilla. Then I would go for the Kohlrabi. That was an excellent subtle flavor. So that would be a nice mixture because it's subtle to kick back the strong taste in this herb. Then the oregano. And then last would be this. I was hoping that this would be first, but maybe there's just something else that I can work on to just give it a better flavor. So that's the thing about gardening. You keep learning from your experiences, you experiment, you try different things, you add different things, you amend certain things just to see if you can add a different flavor to it. But you just keep trying until you find what you like, and then you just learn from it, okay, and continue to improve. I really hope that you liked this video and that you were able to enjoy this taste session with me as well. With gardening, you learn from your mistakes. Some things work, some things don't. Please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and share this video with other people so other people can learn as well. And just give it a try and grow a tray of microgreens. It doesn't have to be very complex. You don't have to have a big setup. You can have just it on the counter, a table, and have a little light that goes over it. Or maybe if you don't have light, and you're in a warmer climate, put it out on your patio, your backyard, by the windowsill. Just make sure that it gets a lot of light and you can grow microgreens outside as well. But remember to grow leafy, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.